Hi, my name is Dheeraj Juneja, and you're listening to Just Bathing.
Hey guys, welcome back to Just Baathe. My name is Ashwin, and it's finally great to be back doing a podcast. Our Wednesday's episode keep rolling out consistently, but just listening to people talking about their journeys and experiences is something I really hold on to. I, of course, have Pratib alongside with me, but we also have a very, very special guest, Pratib. But first, how's everything, man? How are you doing? How's Manipal, the containment zone? How's
Everything's good. Yeah, been in a containment zone now for the last couple of weeks, not moving out, obviously because I'm in containment. But yeah, apart from that, it's been good. And as you rightly said, we have a very special guest with us. You've probably seen him on TV. He's been in the entertainment industry for a very long time. He's been an anchor. He's been for an MC for MTV, for ZTV. He's been on Artstuck, and you've probably seen him host post and pre-match shows for World Cups and the IPL. And he's also currently the presenter of MITV for Mumbai Indians. So we're very pleased to welcome Dheeraj Juneja. How's it going?
Thank you, guys. Such a great introduction. Really glad to be here, and interesting conversations आज हम लोग करने वाले हैं यहाँ पे.
Hey, it's great to have you here, and I hope, yes, we do have interesting conversation. Pele, before we get into journey and experiences, I've heard that and read that you're a foodie and also a gym enthusiast. So this is an icebreaker, and मतलब it's a very cliche question. तो पूछने वाला हूँ कि if you could eat one meal for the rest of your life without it affecting your body and the gym, what would that be?
Maggie, I love it, यार. मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद है. एक तो पता है, the best part is that I can cook it really well. I know how to make Maggie in different variations, like cheese Maggie, like Szechuan Maggie. I can mix anything in Maggie and I can eat it. But because of the fact that I'm a presenter, I have to be like little lean on the screen, and कपड़े अच्छे लगने चाहिए screen पर मुझ पे. So I avoid Maggie, but I love Maggie. So yeah, Maggie.
अरे क्या simple है. What a simple answer, but it's great. I mean, if you can cook it well, a simple Maggie is fantastic. I mean, nothing
But
beats
what kind
that.
of Maggie do you guys like? I mean, because I love Maggie जिसमें पानी बिल्कुल नहीं होना चाहिए.
हाँ, correct, same, exactly, spot on. I hate जब extra पानी होता है. It's almost like soup in the end.
Yeah.
And then
तो
it like,
मैगी
yeah.
मीन्स कि उसमें कोई पानी ना हो, थोड़ी सूखी हो, और वो बहुत अच्छी
Hmm.
लगती
सही, correct, 100%.
Kafi interesting answer. I was honestly not expecting that. But yeah, like well-made Maggie is something that we all, I mean, comfort food, pretty much, if you think about it,
है.
easy to make and yeah, understandable. Now, moving on, getting into sort of your life and early years, could you tell us about your schooling and if you had already picked up an interest towards journalism that early on?
So, I am basically from a city called Faridabad, which is juxtaposed to Delhi, and it's part of Haryana state. So I grew up there. I did my schooling from there. And after finishing my school, so I took 11th and 12th, I took science stream, PCB, physics, chemistry, biology.
Wow.
So,
Hmm.
which, because when I was growing up, it was a rage either to become an engineer or to become a doctor. So I thought, chalo, ek cheez ban jayenge. But then I felt, yeah, it's very difficult to study, physics, chemistry, and biology. So after finishing my 12th, I took a break of a year just to think, what should I do? Though I had an interest in talking and, emceeing school events. So, and at that time, journalism wasn't much a big deal. I mean, very few colleges were there who were giving courses in journalism. So I took 1 year break and I just researched, क्या करना है life का कहाँ जाना है. And then finally I found out, okay, so there is this university called Indraprastha University, and they provide bachelors of journalism and mass comm courses. So I enrolled in that university. I studied for 3 years in a college in Delhi. So I shifted my base from Faridabad to Delhi. I started living on my own since then. It was 2005 or 6. So yeah, so that's how I got into the course of journalism. And also, I remember during my free year, I had read on a paper that Harsha Bhogle ने एक statement दिया था कि 5 things you need to be a presenter. फिर मैंने वो उन 5 चीजों पे गौर किया, and then I was like, चलो यार, I want to do this. अच्छा, ये profession अब बढ़ रहा है और boom हो रहा है. I think I should go into this profession. Though when I was a kid, I always wanted to be on television somewhere. I just wanted to be part of this television industry. It was very बड़ा attractive लगती थी. तो I had this thing कि मुझे जाना है इसमें. And then when journalism का course खत्म किया, I just got a job in Mumbai for Aaj Tak. So I shifted my base from Delhi to Mumbai, and it's been close to 12 years now. I'm part of the city. I'm more of a Mumbaikar than a Faridabadi.
That is some right. पर मुझे ये पूछना है कि when you took up journalism, so of course you wanted to be in front of the camera and वो interest था, but while studying journalism and even getting into journalism, was there something you realized that you didn't know? मतलब, did you pick up something like, oh, this is how you do it and this is not what I thought? मतलब, anything like that?
See, actually नहीं. जो मैंने सोचा था बिल्कुल मुझे लगता है वैसा ही हुआ. Whatever I had thought about it. I mean, I somewhere, and when I did journalism, so I had a girlfriend that time, and the most important thing we got to know during the college that internship is really important. You make your base in internship. So I had a girlfriend and she was doing an internship in some newspaper in the lifestyle beat. I had no clarity of which beat I'm going to be choosing. So she was doing in lifestyle, which is like, Dheeraj, it's very cool. You get to go to the events, and you get to meet the celebrities. It's very fun. So I was like, okay. So when I had gone for my internship in a news channel, I asked, do you guys have a lifestyle beat? And luckily they had a show called Life Ho To Aisi, which was all about lifestyle. So I just, it was like calling for me. So I was just glued to that, and I felt like, यार मुझे तो यही करना है. इसमें बहुत मजा आ रहा है. So for a long time of my career in journalism, I did only entertainment and lifestyle shows. And then with time, I moved to sports. I am part of Star Sports, and then I'm doing GEC shows now. So things were like, it felt like कि सब कुछ पहले से decided था. I was just walking the path.
That's a very interesting answer. And obviously, taking a step back, you spoke about how you took that 1 year off to sort of decide what you want to do in life. Was there any point where you maybe faced adversities from people around you for sort of getting into journalism? How was that experience?
तो एवरीथिंग वाज लाइक कि चलो यार घर वाले भी बोल रहे हैं और मेरा भी इंटरेस्ट का एक पैशन का मतलब एक सब्जेक्ट है जिसको मैं चूज करना चाहता हूँ बिकॉज मैं कॉलेज टाइम से ही स्कूल्स में एमसी कर रहा था कॉलेज के पेपर के लिए भी लिख रहा स्कूल के पेपर के लिए भी लिख रहा था तो मुझे लगा कि यार ये अगर प्रोफेशन क्योंकि उस टाइम पे व्हेन आई वाज इट वाज लाइक 2004 2005 तब इतना बड़ा नहीं था जर्नलिज्म का स्पेस बहुत ही कम 24/7 चैनल्स भी थे तब इट वाज बूमिंग एट दैट टाइम एंड और धीरे धीरे बहुत सारे इंस्टीट्यूट्स ने भी आना शुरू कर दिया तो फिर रास्ता मिला एंड आई जस्ट फॉलोड द पाथ
I also read that you were also मतलब you were also a radio jockey in your college. Now I want to know what that experience was like क्योंकि of course apart from the visual aid बहुत difference है radio और being an anchor in front of the camera but what was that experience like speaking and making sure that the listeners have like you have to speak in such a way that that the listeners can visualize things, right? So how was that experience?
the real story is कि so when I was in college my college was about 2.5 hours from my hometown so I
Mm-hmm.
used to travel every day 2.5 घंटा ट्रेन में फिर मेट्रो में फिर पैदल एंड मेरे पास सिर्फ एक ही सोर्स ऑफ एंटरटेनमेंट होता था रेडियो सो आई यूज्ड टू लिसन टू रेडियो एंड आई रिमेंबर आरजे नितिन करके उल्टा पुल्टा नितिन एंड देयर वाज आरजे सिमरन सो मैं बड़ा मतलब मुझे रेडियो की दुनिया से बड़ा प्यार सा हो गया था एंड आई थॉट कि मुझे ना आरजेइंग में जाना है मुझे आरजे बनना है पर जब मेरे को जब इंटर्नशिप के लिए मैं कई सारे रेडियो स्टेशन गया एंड आई डिडंट गेट इंटर्नशिप एंड देन फाइनली न्यूज चैनल में मिली और वहां की दुनिया मुझे ज्यादा अच्छी लगने लगी तो मैंने अपना स्पेस थोड़ा सा बदल दिया बट या कॉलेज का रेडियो स्टेशन था बहुत सारे रेडियो इवेंट्स होते थे जिनमें मैं पार्टिसिपेट करता था और पता नहीं शायद जीत भी जाता था तो वो एक स्पेस था रेडियो में अभी तक मेरे दिल की इच्छा है कि मैंने कभी रेडियो के लिए प्रोफेशनली काम नहीं किया बट लेट्स सी वन डे सम डे
What is it about radio that you like so much? मतलब what is that one thing about radio that attracts you towards it?
मेरे को सबसे अच्छा लगता है कि यार रेडियो में बिंदास रहते हो आप बहुत
Oh,
ज्यादा
अच्छा,
बिंदास रहते हो
right.
और
हाँ.
किसी को पता नहीं है कि आप कौन हो अब तो खैर जमाना ये आ चुका है कि इंस्टाग्राम के जरिए आई कैन स्टॉक एनी आरजे बट व्हेन आई वाज ग्रोइंग अप यू कैन डू इट मैन आई मीन लाइक फॉर अस अ वॉइस वाज द फेस मतलब वो
Mm-hmm.
आवाज ही सब और उस टाइम पे रेडियो जॉकीज को काफी छुपाया भी जाता था ताकि उनकी रियल आइडेंटिटी ना पता चले उनकी आवाज के सब दीवाने रहें तो हर कोई उस इमेजिनेशन में जी सके कि दिस पर्सन ऐसा दिखेगा हर किसी पर्सन की एक डिफरेंट इमेजिनेशन होगी उस आवाज के लिए दैट वाज द टाइम एंड दैट वाज द मोर फ्लेवर एंड एसेंस ऑफ रेडियो जॉकिंग दैट टाइम
How did you make the transition from being in Aaj Tak for 6 years as an entertainment anchor to moving on to IPL and World Cup? What was the journey in between like? And how did you make that transition in your mind from going to entertainment to Abhi sports? You're in front of the camera all the time. How was that transition like?
So, I call myself as a presenter, be it any be it sports, be it comedy, be it doing cooking shows or a reality show. So I call myself more of an anchor, which I think I've learned the craft in my times with Aaj Tak. So when you work for a news channel, it's just not a news channel. It's an institution because वहां पर कोई भी न्यूज चैनल्स में कोई भी ऐसा डेजिग्नेशन नहीं है जो एक एंकर डेजिग्नेशन होता है. Every anchor works as a producer as well. They have to do the voiceovers, they have to write their own scripts, they have to get their packages edited. And an anchor does every job in a news channel. And that was a learning from me. So, in my 6 years of entertainment journalism and anchoring with Aaj Tak and Headlines Today, I learned a lot of things because it was like, a complete institute for me. So, when the time came that, I got an opportunity to work with the sports beat, it was an easy transition for me because when I remember when I had gone for my audition, they asked me to do a few things and they asked me to speak something from the teleprompter and they were like, "Are you know this? Are you know that?" I was like, "I have worked for Aaj Tak." Like, "Oh, okay, 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 okay." So because I had worked for Aaj Tak, so there was a different respect for the fact that when you work for a news channel, you learn a lot of things on the way, on in the process. So that ways.
This is actually very interesting, and in fact, I mean, I didn't know of this key. You had to do literally all of it while in Aaj Tak. Now, obviously, you've been a part of the shows in the IPL and the World Cup, and now even for MITV. So, do you have any special memories or anecdotes that you'd like to tell us, and or maybe even just how it was the first time when you did a show?
So I remember my first IPL show. It was with Akash Chopra as the expert, and it was Rajasthan Royals versus Chennai Super Kings game. It was my first live show for Star Sports, and Akash Chopra on my side, and I was like, okay, बस आधे घंटे का ये show अच्छे से निकल जाए. And I somewhere knew that if I get my opening right, I'm gonna nail it. And then because Akash Chopra was my side, and Akash Chopra is known for his शायरी, his
Hmm.
quirky lines. So and somewhere I'm a huge fan of him. तो मेरे mind में भी काफी सारी ऐसे quirky lines और शायरी तैयार थी. And when I started with my opening, it went well. And then I knew it, now it's like walking on the cake. So मैंने फिर उसके बाद बहुत smoothly पूरा show निकल गया. फिर that was my start. It was in the IPL 2018. Yes, 2018 IPL it started with. Then I continued. Then उसके बाद 2019 IPL आया. I got the opportunity to do the Mumbai Indians show, the biggest franchise, and that year Mumbai Indians won the game, and I got the opportunity to be on the Champions Parade bus, जहाँ पर रोहित
Wow.
शर्मा, हार्दिक पांड्या पूरी बस है जिसमें सब लोग हैं मुंबई इंडियंस के प्लेयर्स. और वो बस मुंबई के नीता अंबानी के घर से लेकर ट्राइडेंट होटल तक जा रही है और उसके ऊपर हूँ मैं और वहाँ पे सब प्लेयर्स का इंटरव्यू करना. दैट वाज लाइक द बिगेस्ट रिवॉर्ड फॉर मी टू बी पार्ट ऑफ मुंबई इंडियंस टीम एंड मुंबई इंडियंस शो. तो वो बड़ा अच्छा मोमेंट था मेरे लिए जो मेरे स्पोर्ट्स जर्नलिज्म करियर का मैं एक हाईलाइट मानता हूँ. उसके बाद फिर मौका मिला कि आप इंग्लैंड जाइए वर्ल्ड कप करने के लिए, वो किया. एंड लास्ट ईयर इन द बबल आई लिव्ड इन द बबल फॉर 2 months, did the I pre-shows, post-shows, and the Mumbai Indians show. This year, I'm not part of bubble as of now because I'm doing something else. I have outside world commitments as well. तो मैं bubble का हिस्सा नहीं हूँ, but I am doing the Mumbai Indians show with Star Sports. Yeah.
Is the process of do presenting and going to work different when you're in a bubble?
Yeah, completely. So bubble last year was a very difficult. It's not easy. जैसे players भी कह रहे हैं, अगर आप सुनोगे कि it puts some mental pressure on you. It is because uh, you are not with your family. You are always surrounded with the colleagues and people जिनके साथ आपकी बहुत अच्छी भी है. But the fact is that it gives you something कि अरे यार एक it's like, how do I put it? It's tough to be very honest because एक तो ये टूर्नामेंट इतना लंबा डेली 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 मैचेस वाला टूर्नामेंट, उसका इतना प्रेशर, उस पर से बबल की लाइफ का प्रेशर जहां पर आपको अपना कोई करीबी नहीं दिखता है एकदम से बिकॉज योर फैमिली इज नॉट देयर. सो इट पुट्स प्रेशर ऑन यू. अब जैसे घर से अगर आप जा रहे हो तो घर पे आकर आप रिलैक्स कर सकते हो बिकॉज कहते हैं ना होम इज होम. you cannot replace it with a 5-star hotel. So वो वाला factor था थोड़ा वहाँ पे.
Yeah, I think people from outside don't really understand that because for hame at least we think that players and you guys are in five-star hotels having fun all the time, even if it's for 2 3 months.
Yeah,
Fun all the
Ash चल
time,
रही
even if it's
होगी.
for
So
two
I
three
tell you,
months.
so my view was from it's one of the posh hotels in Mumbai. It's called the Trident. It was the bubble last year. My
Mm-hmm.
view was a beautiful sea sunset view, and I realized that after a few days it looks just like a painting. It's nothing but just like a painting hanging on a wall. But
Mm-hmm.
क्योंकि मतलब आपको इतना प्रेशर रहता है हर चीज का वहां पर बिकॉज इट्स अ टूर्नामेंट जहां पर हर बॉल पे कुछ ना कुछ बदल रहा है सो यू हैव टू बी very very apt and with accurate words. You have to be very sharp with how is your presentation going to be, how's your show going to be, your rundown and everything. तो वो सब चीजें ना बहुत धुंधली हो जाती हैं फिर. तो फिर सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट लगता है अरे यार काम अच्छे से होना चाहिए बस.
That is a great way to look at things. Abhi, you were also talking about how you were in the bus with the Mumbai Indians team and you debuted your IPL anchoring career with Akash Chopra. So early on in your career, or even now, are there times when you get starstruck or you don't know what to say in that moment? Are there times like that, and how do you go about it?
Long back when I was with Ashtak, my biggest interview was my biggest interview was with Mr. Bachchan. And when I finished my interview,
Oh.
when I came back to office, my editor saw the interview and she's like, Dheeraj, I really like the fact that, you didn't get intimidated by him. So I do
Mm-hmm.
not get intimidated by the celebrities. A. B, of course, there are moments when, when I was interviewing Rohit Sharma, and I was like, अरे यार मैं इस बंदे का फैन हूँ इतना और मेरे को अपने आप को काम रखना है और इससे सवाल पूछने हैं. चलो कर लेते हैं. Or maybe when I was with Deepika Padukone. But yes, Yuvraj Singh. When I was interviewing Yuvraj Singh, he was the hero of 2011 World Cup. I play left-handed because Yuvraj Singh plays
Oh,
left-handed.
wow.
So, and and I was interviewing him, and before the interview, I said, "Sir, I am just being very blessed that I am here, and I'm going to interview you. My name is Dheeraj Juneja." He's like, "चल पाजी शुरू करो." And I felt like, "चलो भाई, अब शुरू करो. अब तो कुछ नहीं बचा. अब तो पाजी बोल दिया उन्होंने." That was nice.
Wow, that is some experience. My God, the smile on my face. But Avi, this is a question that covers the mental side of things because I'm sure you're not always 100% mentally in front of the camera because there might be problems, personal problems, family problems, kuch bhi ho. When we asked Arjun Pandit this, he said that of course he's not. He was very vocal about how he's not mentally always there in front of the camera, but he has this set routine. He does yoga, listens to songs, and then goes in front of the camera to get in the zone. So are there times when you face situations like this, and what do you do to get into the zone?
So I remember once I had gone to the makeup room and I saw Arjun Pandit listening to music and I was like, okay, he's ready and he's listening to music. I thought, okay, he must be going for the show and that's his routine. Of course, I'm really impressed that he had said it on to you on the podcast as well. So as far as I'm concerned, यार मेरे दिमाग में ना बस लाइनें चल रही होती हैं. मेरे दिमाग में कुछ तिगड़म वाली लाइनें चल रही होती हैं कि मतलब मैं कुछ ऐसा बोलने वाला हूँ मतलब मैं कुछ जुगलबंदी कर रहा हूँ अपने दिमाग में. ठीक है. एंड देयर आर टाइम्स व्हेन आई रियली नीड एनर्जी सो आई लिसन टू पंजाबी म्यूजिक बिकॉज आई थिंक पंजाबी म्यूजिक इज माय रेड बुल. दैट इज वन थिंग व्हिच कैन गिव्स मी एनर्जी. सॉन्ग्स बाय दिलजीत दोसांझ एंड सिद्धू मूसेवाला मैं उनको सुनता हूँ और फिर मैं शो करने चला जाता हूँ. बट मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स फॉर मी सॉरी बट नो योगा, नो एक्सरसाइज, वेरी लेस म्यूजिक बट मोस्टली कोई लाइनें चल रही होंगी यार दिमाग में मतलब कोई कोई पागलपन वाली लाइनें की जिसे एकदम से एनर्जी के साथ मैं प्रेजेंटेशन शुरू करूं अपना शो शुरू करूं. दैट्स व्हाट हैपेंस विद मी.
And I think that's a great segue to the next question. जैसे आपने बोला कि लाइनें चल रही होती है. So I know like a decent amount of it could be scripted when you're doing the show. So where do you improvise often or do you try your best to stick to the script?
It depends what kind of show I am doing. So, for example, if I'm doing a sports show, which I have learned lately also with time also that it's better to tell your expert that I'm going to throw a bouncer on you like this. And so because they also become aware of it and they give a good copy. Otherwise, most of the times when you throw a bouncer and they don't react to it and your bouncer is just gone to the wicket keeper and it's waste. तो विकेट नहीं मिलने वाला फिर उस पे आपको. तो मैंने ये चीज सीखी है कि इम्प्रोवाइजेशन जो भी मैं अगर करता हूँ तो मैं कोशिश करता हूँ थोड़ा सा बता दूं पहले अपने एक्सपर्ट को जैसे अभी रिसेंटली रियान पराग, एक मैच था राजस्थान रॉयल्स वर्सेस शायद किंग्स 11 पंजाब, और राजस्थान रॉयल्स वो मैच जीत गया. रियान पराग, द स्टार ऑफ द मैच, ही स्टार्टेड डूइंग Assamese डांस, बिहू डांस ऑन कैमरा. सो आई, इरफान पठान और मैं पोस्ट शो कर रहे थे, एंड आई वाज लाइक, इरफान बाउंसर. ही लाइक, चल बता. मैंने बोला, आपको हम इतना स्लो मोशन में ये डांस इसलिए दिखाया ताकि आप सीख सको और आप कर सको. एंड ही बीइंग अ स्पोर्ट, ही सेड, मैं करूंगा अगर तू करेगा. आई वाज लाइक, चलो करते हैं. Because I knew that, if Irfan Pathan dances, that's going to be a good copy. That's going to be a good element for my show. So improvisation is very, very important. I tell in every interview which I have done in the past, I tell everyone, if you want to be a sports presenter or any other presenter, the most important thing is to think out of the box, and that is going away from the script. Very important thing.
I think that's an important learning, and for both of us, Pratib and I, we are trying to get into this field, and I think that is a lesson that we'll hold on to. Now, I was going to ask you if behind the scenes, so like you said, if you want to improvise, I'm sure there are times when you also talk to your producer about it. Have there been times when there was a conflict of मुझे ये करना है, but you're not letting me do this? And were there times like that, and how do you settle to a compromise?
So see, whenever there's a thought like this that I want to do this, and I tell my producer, "Ki shall we do this way?" And they be like, "No, no, यार ये हटाओ, ये मत करो, ये अच्छा नहीं लगेगा." But somewhere in your heart knows, यार, अरे मुझे भी पता है कि मैं ये करूंगा तो अच्छा लगेगा. Then come to the median point. Like if I want to make my expert crack a joke or shake a leg, I would not go to the extremity of it, but I will give him my expert some leverage कि वो इतना कर सकें, ताकि मेरे को मेरा पार्ट भी मिल जाए कि जो मैं करवाना चाह रहा था, एंड थोड़ा एलिमेंट भी आ जाए शो में अलग सा. और वो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट मैंने नोटिस किया है कि मैंने जितने भी शोज किए हैं वो हमेशा आता ही है, बिकॉज अ प्रोड्यूसर एंड अ प्रेजेंटर विद ब्रेन्स, अगर डिफरेंट ब्रेन्स हैं तो ऑफ कोर्स कॉन्फ्लिक्ट तो होगा ही वहां पे यार. और उसके लिए कभी भी किसी प्रेजेंटर को झुकना भी नहीं चाहिए, और एटीट्यूड भी नहीं दिखाना चाहिए कि अरे नहीं नहीं, मेरे प्रोड्यूसर ने मना कर दिया, ऐसे कैसे मना कर दिया, मैं तो करूंगा. वो चीज कभी भी रिजल्ट नहीं
Correct.
आती, क्योंकि वहां पर सामने बैठकर दिमाग वाला है, उसको भी पता है कि ये बह जाए तो गलत हो जाएगा. दैट वे.
That's also a very interesting outlook, and I think it is important, as you said, कि थोड़ा off script हो and थोड़ा bring in your own sort of flavor to it, because that's what makes it more original or maybe more enjoyable as well. Now, moving away from your work, what does your time off work look like? And could you tell us maybe your favorite holiday destinations or hobbies? And also, we want to know, are you a supporter of Mumbai Indians or some other team?
Secretly from the inside, do you support someone else, or is it Mumbai Indians all the way?
I'm a die-hard fan of Mumbai Indians. I told you I'm a huge fan of Rohit Sharma. One of the reasons कि इसलिए मैं मुंबई इंडियंस को सपोर्ट करता हूँ. आई हैव बीन सपोर्टिंग मुंबई इंडियंस बिफोर आई वाज पार्ट ऑफ आईपीएल और स्टार स्पोर्ट्स एज वेल. तो मुंबई इंडियंस दिल से, एंड समवेयर आई बिलीव दैट शोज इन माय शोज एज वेल, that the way I speak, and the way I'm like, "Arey Mumbai Paltan," I feel like I'm part of MI Paltan. So yeah, Mumbai Indians always. If I have to choose the number 2 team, I would always go for Rajasthan Royals, because they're, be it any season, they're always the underdogs. So I because I also feel that I'm an underdog. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अंडरडॉग्स के लिए थोड़ी सी सिंपैथी रहती है, एंड दैट्स व्हाई आई पिक राजस्थान रॉयल्स. कि मेरे को, मैं चाहता हूँ दिस सीजन it would be very interesting to see Mumbai Indians defeating Rajasthan Royals in the finals. So off work, lately there was a lot of off work time because we lived in the stage of Corona, which is currently we are living in. It's a very strict lockdown right now in Mumbai. The roads are empty, and it's a very different situation. It's like, welcome back, April 2020. So off time, I'm mostly on my phone, watching content on social media. Just finished watching Big Bull on Disney Hotstar. It was a pathetic movie. And yeah, because I love cinema, I spend a lot of my time watching content. And favorite destination, so I love my home. I love my hometown, basically. So I would pick, that's my favorite destination, because मैं अपने घर पे बहुत ज्यादा हंगामा और मस्ती हमारे रहती है. सो मेरे को अगर साल में 3 चक्कर भी काटने हो घर के, तो मैं बड़ी खुशी खुशी घर चला जाता हूँ. सो whoever asks me your favorite destination, मैं कहता हूँ मुझे घर जाना है यार. I just want some peace at home. तो मैं अपने घर को अपना favorite destination मानता हूँ.
Very lovely answers, and yeah, like last question from my side. what does the future hold for you? And are you someone who sort of sets goals and you're like, is sal I hope ki I, or I sort of want to do these shows or work for these places, or how is it?
So because I told you that I love watching content on social media. So currently I'm hosting a show for Flipkart, which is a digital platform. I really would want to do more shows and more content and generate more content for digital platforms. This is my next target that because there's a huge difference between presenting a television show for a GEC, presenting a show for sports, because they don't want entertainment, they don't want newsy, but they want the sports attitude. And a different attitude comes when you present a show for digital platform. So मैं अभी उस पे थोड़ा काम कर रहा हूँ और यही चाहता हूँ कि डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म्स के लिए और ज्यादा shows करूँ. That's which I have in mind right now. And if you ask me where do you see yourself in 5 years, I would say 2026.
That's a brilliant answer. And yeah, I mean, I didn't expect that. I thought वापस, but that's nice. That's nice. The fact that you don't make long-term goals because there's so much pressure anyway. But
Yeah, man. So I had a lot of plans for 2020, and we all know what happened. So I was all set for IPL. In fact, I was in Lucknow for India South Africa ODI match, and then I get a message, "अरे match cancelled, अरे series cancelled, अरे
Right.
IPL cancelled, अरे घर बैठ जाओ."
हाँ.
So I since then I'm not setting up any goals, man.
yeah, with the current situation, I think that makes perfect sense. I feel like kids like us out there, kids listening, and people listening in general, what advice would you give to people who want to get into your field, or at least even related to the television area? What's one thing that worked for you that you think might work for someone else?
Hmm, interesting. So I think destiny also plays a very important part, and especially in a field like I am in right now, destiny really makes an important part. But I believe jitna dikhoge utna bikoge. So if you have a talent, because this field is all about your talent. So if you have a talent of speaking, of writing, of anything which is related to this field, please show it. And you have the biggest platform right now, like you guys are doing. I'm so impressed. Like you guys are doing it on a post podcast or a YouTube channel or on your Facebook. If you think you can write well, please put it on Facebook, because that's where people are judging you, reading you, observing you, having an opinion about you. And this field, your opinion really matters.
I can't believe you said that you were impressed with us. So thank you first of all so much for that. And I think that's a great learning because if we don't put ourselves out there, we won't even know what we are like and we won't even learn from people around us. So
I just want to take a moment to appreciate that line. जितना दिखोगे उतना बिकोगे. I mean, I'm going to stick by that. That is some amazing gyan right there.
I give you a very sleek example that I just love doing word plays and making stupid memes. So I started doing up it on my Facebook account with the hashtag DJKPJ. Trust me, a lot of people in my friends and my family, they call me DJKPJ. In fact, there are times when I'm cutting the birthday cakes with written hashtag DJKPJ. And when I did a show for Star Plus, the writer went to my Facebook profile, he read my DJKPJs, and he gave a section in the show called DJKPJ. So I felt
wow.
like,
अरे, that's
wow.
brilliant, यार.
And it was just a hobby, just to write word plays. For example, when Hazel Keech got married to Yuvraj Singh, I wrote Hazel Keech is now UV protected. So stuff like that.
I can't believe you got a whole segment for a wordplay that you had a hobby for. Wow. That's amazing. Yeah, so like you said, if you don't put yourself out there, don't know what opportunities might come your way. And wow, that's some great learning. First of all, thank you so much for joining in. We took 30 minutes of your time. Thank you so much for first of all making your time and joining in and talking about life and your experiences and teaching us a lot of things. In these 30 minutes, I think I've learned a lot. And I'm also going to say this honestly that if you ever get into radio, I think I could listen to you all day because it's such a good voice that you have. It's wonderful to listen to you just talk about things.
मेरे लिए बहुत अच्छा कॉम्प्लीमेंट था, और जस्ट नाउ मैंने इस इंटरव्यू से ठीक पहले मैंने बिग बुल फिनिश किया, एज आई टोल्ड यू, एंड इट वाज सो पैथेटिक. और उसके बाद मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि मैं कोई एक सुपर हिट मूवी का हिस्सा बन गया तुम लोगों से बात करके. थैंक यू सो मच.
No, thank you so much. It was great having you here. I mean, I could talk to you the whole day and still listen to you. Matlab, I was also telling Pratap this. We are sharing a doc, and I was telling him ki I could listen to him talk all day because of the kind of voice you have. Pratap, do you have anything to say before we end this podcast?
No, nothing more from my side. It was a lovely experience interviewing you, and as Ashwin said, आपकी आवाज तो एकदम top class है, and even your word plays. I think that's something I really, really enjoyed.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Yo, thanks for tuning into the latest episode of Just Baatein. We hope you enjoyed it and that it left you inspired. Thanks for all your support, and maybe you could support us just a little more by maybe going to our Instagram and Twitter and giving us a follow there. And also, you can listen to us on all podcasting platforms, right from Spotify to Apple Podcasts to Google Podcasts. Cheers.